Hey people, welcome. We're starting up a little podcast right now. We're in our closet.
Something different. I got something in my eye.
It happens.
Yeah, right? So what's up?
What up?
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Oh, I don't know. Talk about your post today, your TV I just watched.
My TV? I have a TV.
You have an IGTV.
Everybody has an IGTV.
Not everybody.
Yeah?
Nope.
Everybody has the ability to have an IGTV.
Yes, they do, but...
Well, all this week on my IGTV, I've been talking about...
Positive stuff.
Positive stuff. I've been talking about, positive talk, stopping negative self-talk, stop comparing ourselves to others. And I'm preaching to myself, too, because everybody does it, right? Everybody gets up in the morning and looks in the mirror and is like, ugh.
Well, I think like you always preach about the lifestyle, like of you have to choose to live a lifestyle. You talk that every day to people who want some type of physical result in their life, right? Whether it be for health reasons or because they want to like look better, feel better, whatever it might be, get stronger, get washboard abs. I don't know, be able to jump over stuff. That you tell them, well, to do that, you have to change your lifestyle, and you have to commit to changing your lifestyle. Well, I feel like this week it's been like a constant push to, even at your stage, to change, to be positive and have a happy life, and to affect change, and to really be a light around people. You have to make a conscious effort to make that part of your lifestyle, which takes certain activities, you're kind of talking to people about how to overcome or to look out for these things. Are you doing these things to yourself? Are you being negative? Are you comparing yourself to somebody else?
Something in my throat. Sorry.
That's all right.
Well, yeah, because I feel like that so many times, like I just said, you get up in the morning and you look in the mirror and you're like, and you immediately start like negative self-talk. I do it too. I look, I'm like, oh my gosh, my eyes. Oh my gosh, I look so old. And then, you pick apart yourself and you look at every single, what you think is a negative attribute of yourself. And so if you continue to tell yourself this, it's just going to make you feel more and more insecure, your self-esteem to lower, and it's going to make you a miserable person pretty much.
Well, it doesn't help you be productive in any sort of way during the day. I think men have negative self-talk in a different way. I think a lot of times it's not always physical for men. I know for me, it's you wake up and you immediately, for me, the stresses of the day hits you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the financial stresses. It might be, I've got this stuff coming up I got to pay for. I've got to make this much money. But then I've had all this crap happen that I have to pay for that I didn't expect to pay for. And daggone it, I'm not where I thought I'd be at my age. You know what I mean? That stuff comes in. You're like, I should be better. And then you see people who seemingly, some are, and seemingly, and some of them are probably living like me, where it looks fine, right? But it's not always fine.
Right.
But when you see people living and you're like, man, what's it like to just not have to worry about your freaking auto insurance or your freaking, that stuff coming out on the 17th and being like, oh shoot, it's the 16th. What am I going to do? I need to make sure there's enough money in that account to cover that payment or you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean that you can't compare. You can't do that. You can't compare yourself to.
Yeah,
you can't
in any situation.
I know, but I'm just saying. It may appear to be they have all their stuff together, but then could be other things in there that they were looking at you saying, oh, it must be nice to have this, this, and this that you have. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but I think what it does is it's not even as much as you're comparing yourself to them as it's
envy.
Awakening your insecurities.
Yeah, I guess.
Like the insecurities that you have, and then you envy.
Yeah.
Even if it's not them, you just envy that ability. Like, I want that.
Well, but you are
right
envying them.
Right.
But so I was saying on Monday, what we talked about this before, and I made fun of it and I laughed at it. But we were talking about self-reflecting. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, stupid. who's going to do that? Well, remember, I committed to doing that. And I'm not saying that I do it every single morning, but my goodness, the mornings that I do it, which are a lot of mornings, it really changes my day. Now, if ideally, the very first 5 minutes of your day would be nice to do it, but, it doesn't always happen in my first 5 minutes of my day. But from the time I do this little self-reflecting exercise, the rest of the day is so much better. And what I like to do is I'm always struggling with something, whether so Sunday morning.
Everybody is, yeah.
Yeah, Sunday morning, I was struggling with stuff in my head. I have a lot of stuff going on in my head, a lot of changes, just so many things in my head. And I just wanted peace from it all. So I was like, I just need peace and tranquility. So I just went on Pinterest and I looked up peace quotes. And I read all sorts of peace quotes, and it really, really helped. And like I shared on my video, one of the quotes that popped up was, and I'm just paraphrasing, I'm not saying this quote word for word, but it was like something like, you can be homesick for yourself too. And that hit me like a ton of bricks, because I'm like, yes, I've been going through all this change and all this stuff in my head, and I haven't been myself, and I miss myself.
Right.
I miss the Angie that is laid back. I miss the Angie that, is chill and, positive. And I miss the Angie that doesn't cry all the time and doesn't cry herself to sleep, and it's like you miss yourself sometimes because you let all this negative stuff get in your head, and it overpowers you, and it bullies you is what it does. You're bullying yourself is what you're doing.
Yeah,
you're
and
bullying
you wouldn't,
yourself.
You said on your video that I watched, you would not do this to someone else.
Right.
You would not do this to a friend.
Right.
You would not say these things to a friend. Just like when people say something, that is similar to what someone said about, I saw it somewhere, but where if and you let this stuff happen, someone you don't know, you've never seen, you've never talked to, you don't know them from Adam, says a slightly negative thing or comment on your social media, you let it bother you.
Right.
That person would not say that to you on an elevator.
Heck
they wouldn't
no.
say that to you face to face.
No.
They would never say that to you.
No.
But they get the courage behind
Social
their
media
phone,
courage, yeah.
And they do it. I think before we go on, I think it's important to pause for a minute, because some people are out there going, oh, woo woo, Angie is talking this positive crap. Like who has the time to do this self-reflection? Well,
I was there.
I want people to know that if you didn't hear our podcast 6 months ago where I went through these challenges of things we should try to do to make ourselves happier, this was one of them, and I think this was the point that you were almost the most resistant to.
I do. I think so too.
And for some reason you tried it.
Well, that
after a few
challenged me
days.
because I said, why am I resisting this? Why am I resisting taking a few moments for myself and clearing my head? You can do it anywhere. I sound like somebody that's promoting Kegels. You really can,
True,
though.
Kegels
There was a train the other
important.
day. There was a train, and I got on there, and I forget what word. I always pick
You
a
were
word.
on a train?
No, there was a train crossing, and I had to sit and wait for the train to cross. But what I was trying to say is think of a word that maybe you're trying to find strength. Maybe you're trying to find courage. Maybe you have fear in your life. Maybe you are facing change and you need to read quotes about change. Just pick a word.
I did. You inspired me to do that, and I did resilience one day. Found several quotes. It was really
cool. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe you need, I don't know, motivation. Maybe you need discipline. Whatever it is. Maybe you're struggling in your marriage and you need to research quotes on love or recommitment. I don't know. Whatever it is, just look it up. Look up quotes. Write them down. Screenshot them. Read them. I mean, it helps me. But, maybe that's not your thing. Maybe you pray. Maybe you meditate. Jeff likes to meditate. I don't dig it.
I've been really slacking on it, though. It makes a difference.
I would
when
rather
you're
just
slacking.
pray. That's my thing.
I
And
pray,
doing this thing.
too,
I just can't get into the
during
meditation thing. But
it's kind of just a...
whatever it is, I would recommend doing it. But yeah. Anyway, so I've been talking about negative self-talk and all this stuff like that, and you just touched on the point a second ago about saying it to your friends. So when you look in the mirror and you're like, okay, so I look in the mirror in the morning and I'm like, oh my gosh, your eyes look awful. Would I say that to my best friend? Would I look at my best friend and be like,
That'd be so mean.
dude, your eyes, whew. Would you do that? Would you look at your best friend and be like, that little pudgy little belly down there you got going on from your kids is looking real nice? Would you say that to your friend? No. So why do you say it to yourself? You know what I mean? Why do you say it to yourself?
Because for some reason you've allowed yourself to have a negative self-image that you've built over years.
Right.
And a good example is, and I don't think you do this to everybody, but where you're comfortable with me, something I've always noticed, and that is irritating, is when I give you a compliment, a true compliment, even if it's not true. I'm just kidding. They're all true. If I give you a
See
compliment,
what I mean?
it's a joke.
Okay.
If I give you a compliment, you come out, you're fixed up, I go, oh my gosh, you look gorgeous. Literally, before I almost get it out of my mouth, you go, not really. Or you go, no, I don't.
Well, yes.
But instinctively, you down yourself. Before you even accept, before the compliment gets to you, it's like you put up a shield. And I think a lot of women do that to people they can. And maybe it's you being modest too.
It's not even really me being modest. It's me thinking that you feel like you have to say that because you're my spouse. So while you saying it, where I appreciate it, I guess I don't appreciate it, or I just kind of like roll my eyes, like whatever. I mean, you have to say that. I do that.
But
I'm guilty.
You didn't ask.
I know.
But if you come downstairs and in the room and I'm in there on my phone, there's millions of times I don't say, "Oh, look how gorgeous you look." If I see it and I think it, it's because it's happening.
So you're saying all the other times I don't look gorgeous?
No, I'm just saying I'm not on my game and tell you.
I understand what you're saying.
But when I tell you, it's because I see you and I think, wow, you're beautiful.
But I think everybody is like that, though, with their spouse, with their significant other, even with maybe their parents. It's just like you take the compliment and you appreciate it, but it would mean, not that it would mean more, but I guess it would get your attention more if a complete stranger says it. Like if a complete stranger gives me a compliment,
well, yeah, I know that.
I'm sorry, but it has a different effect on me. Just like the other day when we were in Pies and Pints. Like, you've told me that I smell good before, but it's something about somebody else noticing it and saying it where I'm like, oh, I do, because people have been saying that I smell good lately. Well, this one girl in Pies and Pints, she goes, what is that smell? And I was standing by the door, and every time the door opened, I was right by the door, it was whipping, and she was like, is it you? And she pointed to me, and I'm like, I don't know. And she came over, and she
think you're farting or something?
No, it was a good smell. She sniffed me. She goes, oh my gosh, it is you. What is that? Well, her doing that to me, like, I immediately perked up. I was like, oh, well, thank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas if you were like, oh my gosh, you smell good, I'd be like, oh, thanks. It's true.
You discount me.
I do. I'm not saying I don't.
See, I love it. Like, I don't even care if you're making it up.
Here we go.
No, if you tell me I look good or something, it pumps me up.
Of course.
Because nobody tells me I look good.
Of course.
You get people always telling you look good.
Jeff, here we go. Listen.
Us dudes, we don't get told we're good looking.
Yes, you do. But you can't tell me for 1 minute.
Just our moms.
No.
That's the only people that tell us we look good.
Oh, golly, boo-hoo. Would you like me to go get you, like, a tampon or something right now? Are you okay?
See, people.
All up in your feelings?
You discount mine, and then you're just...
I'm not discounting anything. I'm telling you. Would you not, okay. Sure.
Yes, I already admitted that.
Okay, so what are you fighting with me for?
I didn't fight with you. I made a statement.
If a lady at the freaking Dollar Tree, no, let's do something better. If a lady at, I don't know, a nice store, I don't shop, I don't know what's nice, says, you know what? You're really good looking.
Would send me to the moon.
That's what I'm saying.
But my point is it's and that's something I made jokes about, is that women get, like, a hot, beautiful, attractive women like yourself. You constantly get DMs. And I don't care how stupid they are, how dumb they are. I don't care if they're lame. You get so girls, and that's the funny thing to me. Girls get so many compliments that they get annoyed by them. I could get catcalled, and it would carry me for a month.
No, I'm not. Listen.
No. Girls could be like, and I'm talking like, she could be 64, and she could, like, be smoking a cigarette and have, like, a missing ear, and be like, if I were 20 years younger, I'd totally get you. I'd totally take advantage of you. I'd be like, yeah. And then I'd think about her 20 years younger, and I'd make her a lot hotter.
Oh, my gosh.
And I'm just saying, but girls, they get annoyed with compliments.
No, that's
guys,
not true.
Girls don't compliment guys because it's weird for girls to compliment guys unless it's somebody they know.
I don't think. Well, yeah, for somebody you know.
What guy? What guy other than me have you said, "You're handsome. You're good looking"?
Well, if I were single, I would.
No, I'm just saying. That's what but most women aren't. My point
I mean,
is, even
are
guys
you
that
going to say that? I mean, we're married, so it's not going to be likely that I'm going to say, "Oh, you look good." If I were single and I thought a guy looked good, I'd be like, "Hey, you're pretty hot." I would. I mean, I would, but I'm not going to do that now. But I've told like,
well,
I've
you
given
probably
my
do
friends
things
compliments.
like me, like compliments. Like if I notice one of the ladies get their hair done, or colored, or I'll be like,
oh, girls love that. Have you
I'll
noticed
be
that?
like, your hair's looking fly.
Yeah.
You get your hair did?
Yeah.
It's like a compliment that's not creepy.
Right.
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 But I can't be like, look at you today.
Yeah.
When they come in and that whatever, bang bang.
Yeah.
You can't do that to a girl.
But guys do though.
But they still do. That's my point. Is
guys
still do it, and that's why girls get annoyed.
Oh, you know what a guy did to me in the gym today? I forgot to tell you.
I want to be harassed. I want to be harassed.
No, you don't.
I do.
There's a point of being harassed, and there's a point of taking compliment. You just said a minute ago that girls get annoyed by compliments. That's not true. If somebody slides in my DM with a decent compliment, even if it's like, it could be a fire emoji, it could be hard eyes, whatever, that's okay. Like, I'm flattered by that. That's nice. But I mean, if you're going to slide in and be like, why don't you come put that thing on my, I'm not.
See, but those are the ones I want you to show me. Those are the most entertaining ones.
I'm good.
Those are the ones I want you to bring home and us respond. Those are the fun ones when they tell you things they want you to do, or
I know,
like take that big booty and do.
Those are annoying.
I want those. I want to see those.
Those are annoying, and sometimes people in the gym are annoying. Like the guy today that I told you about the other day that. I forget his name already, that asked me if I was a personal trainer. He was like, I could tell by your form, or all this stuff. Remember I told you about
the guy
him?
that walks by and says, you're killing me?
No, not that one.
I thought it was the same guy.
No, you're not listening to my story.
Oh, well, shoot, how many guys?
I told you. He came up to me and he said, are you done with that? And I was like, yeah. And he said, I said, I need to clean it off. And he was like, nah, I can sit in your sweat all day, that guy. And then he was like, you're a personal trainer, aren't you? And I was like, yeah, why? And he said, I can just tell by the way you look and your form. And I was like, oh, thank you. And he said, then he introduced himself. He said his name, but no, Then he goes, I knew I was right. I knew you're not as mean as you look.
Right. He's playing it well.
And I said,
so far.
Okay. And he goes, you look so mean when you work out with your headphones on. He goes, I just knew that you were just in the zone. I was like, yeah, I'm just in the zone. Mm-hmm. And then he introduced himself, whatever. That guy.
You're intimidating. Yeah.
That guy. I walk in
today.
It's not the... Huh?
It's not the...
What is
guy
that?
With the first name starts with a...
No, it's a different guy.
This is my life, people. This is my life.
Oh my gosh.
I've got a list of 7 men going in my head right now that I'm trying to break it down. I'm sorry, I can't remember all the details to all the guys that hit on you all week long, every week.
I'm just telling you, the story should go with it.
I'm going with it and I like it.
My whole point is, I walked in today and you know what he said to me? Because I didn't have my headphones on. Mistake number 1. There's my favorite trainer. I was like, oh gosh,
here
really?
We go.
Come on, I didn't even train you, dude.
Here we go.
So yeah, and I just laughed and put my headphones in. But saying all of that, yes, when a stranger gives you a compliment, sometimes it holds more than if your spouse does it, or if like your mom does it, or your grandma or something. You know what I'm saying? Anyway,
again,
that's my
for
point.
you ladies.
Which leads me to say what I was saying to you in Starbucks today. Women need to compliment women. Also, this week on Monday, 3 of my friends did Motivation Monday, and they were shouting out all of their girlfriends that motivate them. And I think that's amazing. I think it's amazing for women to lift other women up, because women are petty bitches. And sometimes it takes a lot to take someone else and shout them out, build them up.
I think it's so funny that you're talking about building up women and then you call them petty bitches.
I did, didn't I?
Women should build up women, those petty bitches.
Hey, you petty bitches. How about you build each other up? No, I'm just saying, we can be. And it's amazing when other women build other women up and give them compliments and put them out there. Taking someone who, is attractive and beautiful and like putting them out there, so you know what I'm saying, and lifting them up. Which brings me to say, if you look at someone, especially women with women, and you notice something about them, like, oh my gosh, I love you. I did this today, today in the gym to a girl. Her hair color was amazing. I was like, oh, I don't know who she is. I said, your hair is beautiful. I love the color. And she like lit up, right?
Right.
When women compliment other women, I think that it's means more than any other compliment you can get. So if you look at somebody and you think it, even if you feel like it might be a little creepy, like even if you want to sniff them because you want to know if it's them that smells good, do it. No, do it. I didn't think
Not
she
me.
was creepy.
You're talking
I
about
said
women on women action.
Listen. God.
Well, sorry, I got
Story of
carried
my
away.
life.
Yeah, I got carried away. My bad.
I'm just saying, don't be afraid to give people compliments. If you think somebody's pretty, say, you are so pretty. Your eyes are so pretty. Your hair is so pretty. I love your outfit. Your shoes are amazing. Like, tell them.
Okay.
Because they may be going without compliments for whoever. Who knows what that could mean to them.
They mean the world.
So anyway, that's my
So
thing.
ladies do that to other ladies.
Yes.
Guys, be very careful.
I think that guys can give nice, subtle compliments. You look nice today. How about that?
What about, it's fair though if I'm in the gym and there's girls that are doing like RDLs.
Gosh, here we go. No.
They need a compliment. And
Don't.
if I say, hey, your form is amazing.
Don't.
Your booty's popping.
Don't speak to a girl when she's doing RDLs.
No, I'll wait till she's done.
No. Don't do that. Don't look at a girl. Don't speak to a girl when she's doing RDLs, squats, or abductions. It's creepy as all get out.
That's true. I was doing abductions today and someone talked to me.
You don't do that.
But it wasn't a girl. But
That's-
still, I was like, bro, I'm doing abductions. This feels awkward. A man talking to me while I'm doing this type of exercise.
Or hip thrusts, glute raises, or whatever.
And I did the get on your knees and put the bar on your back.
Kneeling squats.
Kneeling squats. Oh. Anyway.
Right? It's just awkward when you're doing those exercises.
They're a little weird.
And
when you're
people
squeezing
try
your
to-
buttocks and you're thrusting your hips
I mean, I
forward.
don't care anymore. I used to worry
I don't
about
care
it.
either. I kind of
but-
like it. I'm like, judge me, bro.
Yeah. Get
Judge me.
on there.
My booty's growing. Very smally.
Is
very,
it? Because we need progress pictures. I have beginning pictures. How many weeks are we into this challenge?
I don't know, but I'm almost there. Like I'm adding weight, and soon I'll be ready for those progress pictures. We'll break out the lighting. I'll shave my
Okay.
buttock. I'll oil
No,
it.
that's
I'll oil
okay.
it. I'll
no,
oil
no,
it
no.
up.
It's really. I just want you to
and
put
I'll
on the
flex
same.
it.
I just want you to put on the same boxer briefs that you had for your before pictures. That's all we need. We don't need to see skin or anything like that. Okay, that's okay. Just
So I don't need to go to the tanning bed.
no. We're not going to actually see.
I'm trying to get you likes.
glutes.
I'm trying to get you views. I'm trying to
That's
get you
why we're
followers.
going to leave the boxer briefs on.
Sorry, ladies.
Okay.
I know what she's worried about, but that's okay.
Hey, you post whatever you want
them
on yours.
compliments?
You post whatever you want on your Instagram. Speaking of Instagram.
Anyway, well, back to the positive talk.
Speaking of Instagram, another thing that I went on my high horse about today was we compare ourselves to people, and especially on social media, right? So I had one of my girls today just being all down and out and saying, I just like look at this page and see this girl, and it's just like I sit there, I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be so nice. I'm never gonna get there. I'm just might as well quit. And that drives me crazy, because if you're following, I've said this before, if you're following someone on Instagram that's bringing you down, it's not even intentional by that person. You don't even know that person. That person is trying to just do their thing on Instagram. But if it's affecting you in a negative way, if you find yourself on their page, scrolling and stalking their page, picture after picture, just getting more and more down on yourself, unfollow
Question.
that person. Immediately unfollow.
Is this a normal behavior for this person today, being that down about that? Is it normal?
No, I don't, kinda. She's hard on herself, yeah. So it's
Okay.
it's not abnormal. No, not really. Is what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Then
So anyway,
it's not what I thought it was. But we won't go there.
she's not PMSing. You a-hole.
I'm not being an a-hole, but usually if people are acting irrational and not like themselves and they're like, okay, most
Oh, and
of the time,
especially if they're women. What's your all's excuse then when you're acting stupid?
we don't really have, we're men.
That's your excuse. I'm a man.
I'm a man and we're idiots.
Okay.
Have you not known this?
That works for me. Anyway, so unfollow. It's not going to hurt anything. Then you don't have to see it anymore. I've done it a million times. But you also have to remember that everyone is in a different chapter of their journey, right? So, like, I may be on chapter 40, and if someone's starting out there on chapter, 1, how are they
Right.
going to look at,
I see what
anything
you're doing
that
there.
I'm
It's like a
doing?
book.
Yeah, anything that I'm doing and be like, "Ugh, well, you can't be upset about that. I've been doing it for 5 years.
You can't
I
jump
can't
up
look at
chapters.
someone that is, some big ripped bodybuilder and be like, "Ugh, well, they train differently than
Well,
me."
if you do steroids, like
Well,
performance-enhancing
okay,
drugs,
but still, I'm just saying
you really want it.
they perform different than me. They work out different. They train. It's just everybody's on the same journey. But
Well, that guy today, he could get you there
yeah.
if you let him train you.
Well, that's what he said. But anyway, my point is everybody's on a journey. Okay, we're all on it together. We just go different routes. You take different ways. You go different roads.
So you're not really on it together, or you'd be on the same route, right?
I'm gonna lose my mind. Yeah.
But you're all on a journey.
Yeah. We're all going places. I mean, really? I'm just saying you can't compare your chapter 1 to somebody's chapter 40. You can't.
That's a great analogy.
You can't just jump in from nothing and go straight to chapter 40. You got to go through all the other chapters.
And you know what? That's what social media has done. It's crippled people because that's what they see, and they think that you just walked in and you just naturally were fit for that.
No,
type
they
of
know
work.
that because if you look at my page, you can see where I've had to struggle. You
Right,
know
if
what I'm saying?
they go back.
Right.
My point is they think that just everybody does. That's how our culture is. We think that if we see something, it's the 10 years of overnight success.
Yeah.
You know, it's like finally you get recognized. There's people see what you're doing, and they didn't see the hard work. They didn't see the failures,
Right.
all the failures and all of the suffering and all of the crap you went through to get to a phase that you don't even consider have made it yet.
No.
Right?
Right. And yeah, exactly. And another point about Instagram, about social media, is that most people, now there are some people out there that are real, okay? But these aren't the pages that people are really getting stressed about. So these pages that women are getting stressed, these fitness models, most of them are not going to post what they actually look like, right? I'm not saying that they embellish the pictures, really. I'm just saying you get the best lighting, you get the best pose, the best positioning, the best angle.
Mm-hmm.
You may edit a little bit. I'm not saying that they do. I know they work hard, and I know they have what they have, but there are tools to make it look a little bit better. There's a filter. Look, I use filters. If I could wear a filter on my face every day walking around for the rest of my life, I would. It would be a black and white filter, and it would be amazing. You use these tools.
Right. That's the confusion of
That's
Instagram.
the confusion
because it makes you real
these
sad and it makes
of
us
these
guys happy.
fitness models. Like, you know what I'm saying? You
Right.
can't go on. That's what they look at like when they roll out of bed.
No, or when they're at the grocery store.
Right.
Yeah, that's
you know
not,
what I'm saying? It's all angles, it's lighting, Like I said, I know they have what they have, obviously. You can't
No,
totally
they work for it, and
Right, I'm not saying
Most
that.
of
But you're
them.
going to post your best pictures on Instagram.
they get professional photographers, man.
Right.
Yes.
So, anyway, that's my spiel about not comparing yourself to people on Instagram. Just unfollow it. If it's toxic to your brain, why do you keep doing it? It's like stubbing your toe, and all you need to do is on a rock. All you need to do is move the rock, and you're not going to stub your toe anymore. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, why do you keep banging your head against the wall? Just stop.
Because there's something in it.
No, there's not. What? Negativity, making yourself feel like crap.
Right, but people get addicted to those habits, and that's the thing. You got to change them, and you got to start doing what you're saying.
That's what I'm
every
saying.
day, and that's what your IGTV stories are about. And I think we could get rich if we went the opposite way and did the opposite of what everybody's on. Everybody's showing all their best stuff. Why don't we start like Shitstagram? It'll be on Instagram, but it'll just be the crappy parts of our life. Like we're going to put the worst stuff. Like we're not going to put any of the good stuff. It's just
That'd be great.
Just a page of crap. When I come to the mailbox and I have a late bill and they're coming for me, I want that on there.
Well, do it.
You know what I mean? When I'm rolling the trash cans out and I try to take them both out, and I know I only should take one, and it falls over, and it's 5:30 in the morning, and I'm picking trash about. I want people to see
You're
that.
never up at 5:30, liar.
Okay, 6:30.
Okay.
When I'm screaming at the kids over something, and that's instead of the good dad pictures that are poses.
Right.
Show the real dad.
I like it.
pictures,
Shitstagram.
right?
I like it. I think you
Shitstagram.
should do it.
I mean, it's a great idea. It'd be hard to do. No, it'd be easy to do. You just turn the freaking camera on most of the time of the day.
In our house, you could,
You know, it's
post
just like,
up somewhere.
but I think it's genius.
Just start doing it on our page.
Because everybody shows the great stuff.
Yep.
Right. Everybody shows my life's so amazing.
Most of the time, you'll stumble across some people who are real and they'll post like reality versus Instagram, and like your belly's kind of hanging flat because like if you bend over the right way, your belly's going to be hanging in a way that's not flattering.
Doesn't matter who you are.
Like if I get into it, like if I took off my shirt and wore low cut pants, or I put on like bikini bottoms or something, and I went into a push up position and started doing a push up, my back may look good, but let's not go to the underbelly, okay? Because it's going to be hanging. Right, I've had 3 kids biologically. Do you see what I'm saying? So
It's
if you
called
get
gravity,
if you get the camera angle and you get under there, you're gonna be like, holy crap. But if I stand up, suck in a little bit, turn a little bit to the side, it's gone.
Right.
It's,
I respect those posts. Right? I do. But
I know
they're
do.
1 in 2 million.
I know you do, but I'm just saying, it's not always 100% reality. You just gotta remember that. So don't get wrapped up in doing it.
Mostly not reality.
Just unfollow. Unfollow.
If someone bothers you, I like it. I like the thought process. Anything in your life that's negative, that happens to be social media as well. If something in your life is negative, that should be the easiest thing. I talk to the kids about that. It's like you got friends that are toxic, but it's hard to cut them out of your life because of your friends.
Right.
Right. I say get them the frick out of your life quick. And you'll be better off. It might sting for a minute, but you got to get that negative crap out of your life.
Yep.
So Instagram should be easy. If you've got somebody that makes you feel bad, don't feel bad because it's not their fault. Who cares if it's their fault or not? You get to choose. And if you're worried about hurting their feelings, mute them.
Right.
You'll never see their stuff again. You know, just
You don't, well, yeah, I guess you would know. You may notice if somebody unfollows you, but you may not. It just
probably
depends.
the people that are making you feel bad, the people that you don't know and
you
never met,
they
have
know.
2 million followers.
Yeah.
They're not going to know
that
you left them.
But if it is somebody you know, you can mute them. I've muted people.
I have several muted. And it's not always people. It's some stuff I've followed that...
Right. So anyway, that's my be positive talk for the week.
I like it.
Thank you.
We're done.
Yes.
Stay positive, people.
Stay positive. And guess what? Unfollow.
I don't hear that often.